All right, welcome everybody. It is Tuesday night and it is time for some fun techniques and stamping. And so I'm welcoming everybody to my page tonight. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Julie Brown. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I love what I do. I love being able to create. It's such a gratifying thing to do. And then to be able to see the looks on people's faces when they get the cards or I can hand them the cards that I make. So welcome, welcome. If it's your first time watching a Facebook Live, it's great if you'll type in the comments and let me know you're here. That way I know if I'm talking to myself or if I'm actually talking to people. Also, if you have any questions, make sure that you type those in the comments. I do obviously look down while I am doing this. And hey, Brenda. So there's a lot of times where I may not see your comment right away, but just make sure that you put it in there because eventually I will see the comment. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have a few what I call housekeeping things that I need to take care of for those that are in my monthly stamping club. And hey, Mel. So I'm going to get that out of the way and then we'll get started. So first off, that is the hostess code for August. It is QNZ 933VR. That's for any orders under 150. And just remember, oh, that's over it. It is celebration time, so for every $50 that you spend, you get a free product. If you'd like to order from me, you order from me at juliebrown.stampinup.net, and then you'll see my email and my Pinterest and Facebook page. Probably the most important one that you'll want to go to is my blog, because I make a lot of cards when I'm designing and I don't get to do videos for all of them. So any other cards that I make, all of the instructions with pictures are on my blog. So make sure that you do take some time to check that out. All right, so let's see where we're at. Okay, so here are the dimensions for the card that I'm making tonight. I am using the Evening Evergreen base, and then I have a very vanilla piece that is 4 by 5 1/4, soft suede 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and so on. So the best thing to do is take a why are my words leaving me? Anyway, click on your phone so that you can take a screenshot of that, and then you will have all the measurements for making this card. All right, I'm having a little bit of problems getting some of these to go away, like that one won't go away. Let me see if yeah, what's going on with that one? Hold on. I think I may just get rid of it here. It doesn't want to leave. Sorry, guys. Why is it every time? Okay, I'm going to remove it. There we go. Okay. So I am going to be using the Gorgeous Leaves bundle. Let me pull that up. This is in the new mini catalog, the July through December mini catalog. And I know some of you didn't receive your catalog. I just got my big order of catalogs today, so I'll be getting those out to those of you that told me last week you didn't get them. We're going to use the intricate leaf dies. This is a bundle. So you get the stamp set and the dies, but I am going to be bringing in some other dies and embossing folders and another stamp set tonight, because one thing you'll notice is this does not have any sentiments on it. So just to let you know. Okay, before I get started on how we're making the card tonight, I wanted to show you this technique because there's several ways that you can do this technique. And it's called sponging with the stamps. And so you can either sponge directly onto the stamp, which is what we're going to be doing tonight, or you could sponge on a piece of paper and just use the dies and cut it out. That way, I mean, you're not using the stamps with that, but that's another way that it works. But I just wanted to give you an idea of some different colorations that you can use besides the one that we're using tonight. So I'm going to bring in, this is the largest leaf, and it works really good when you have all of this. I don't know if you guys can see, it's got like that grungy look with the little dots around the leaves, and these work really good for this. So I'm just going to bring in, let's do some fall colors first, just so you can see how that works. And so I'm going to bring in Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, and Mary Merlot. And then I am going to grab my daubers. So I have them in a little case. And of course, everybody that knows me knows they're all labeled because that's just me. Okay, so I've got all my little daubers. And the reason I label these is so I know which one goes with which. All right, so let's look how to, this is just a really it's kind of quick and it's kind of fun, but it's just a fun and quick way to, if you don't want just one color when you're stamping, and like, especially with leaves, you know, you want it to be like some different colors and you want some different shading in it. And so this is just a really good way to do that. So that was the Mary Merlot. Then I'm going to come in with some Pumpkin Pie and kind of go down in that area. And then I'm going to come in with Cajun Craze and come in with that one. Now I'm going to do what we call huffing. I'm going to breathe on the stamp because some of it might have gotten dry. And then I'm going to stamp that. So see how pretty that is? Isn't that cool? This is a way to kind of get different tones and different colors onto your stamp set by using the sponge daubers. So I know we always think of leaves as like fall colors. So that one's kind of a fall color. So let me move all of these out of the way because I just wanted to use those colors just to show you how this technique works. And then let's do something like kind of fun here. Let's bring in and I haven't done this yet, so I don't know how this is going to look, but let's bring in like a Coastal Cabana and a Granny Apple Green and see how that looks. Because again, I want us to think outside the box and not always do things that are just right in line with, you know, the way that I have that problem where I'm always doing stuff that is like the colors that everybody else would think of. And so I want to be a little bit different with these and go outside the box. Okay, so this time, and we may not like some of these, but that's fine. It's just really fun to kind of play with it. So that's going to be the Coastal Cabana. And then we'll come in with Granny Apple Green. And let's see how this one looks. Ooh, I like it a lot. Look at that one. See how fun this is? So this one I used 3 colors and this one I just used 2 colors. Isn't that awesome? And look how easy it is to do. So I'm going to bring in one of the different stamps. And we're going to maybe bring in some pinks and see how those look. And then after that, we'll get started with the card. But isn't that such a fun, oh, there I go touching the ink again. I really like the Coastal Cabana and the Granny Apple Green. So which one do you guys like? What's your favorite so far? The fall colors or the one that I kind of went outside the box a little bit, as I am apt to do? All right, so let's do like, I want to kind of do some that are maybe, let's do like a Poppy Parade and a Flirty Flamingo and see how these come out. This could be fun. Okay, let me find there's my Flirty Flamingo. There's my Poppy Parade. And I'm going to bring in this little stamp. And let's see how we can make that. Cool, now you have to buy the daubers. Okay, so the fall colors. Yeah, I like the fall colors too. Okay, so let's see this one. So these I'm going to do it like on one side and then the other side, just to kind of give it a different look. but we're using Poppy Parade and Flirty Flamingo, which again, I don't know if this is going to look good or not, but this is where you get to just kind of play. There's not a big difference, but it is pretty. So that still, it still looks really cool that it's, you know, but I kind of took two of the, I stayed in that same kind of red pink color with that one. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys how you can use the daubers and add different colors to your stamp, you know, before you stamp it. I mean, you know, you could definitely color this in with markers and stuff like that, but this is just a really fun, fun technique, I thought, that you guys would enjoy seeing. All right. Yeah, I agree, Brenda. That one needs blended a little bit. So maybe like if I, instead of going side by side. But I still like it. You know, it's still pretty cool. Okay, so now let's get started with the card. And these are the colors that I use. So I'm going to do, I've got to get all my little daubers out of here so I don't use the wrong ones. Hold on. So I'm going to do one more of these big ones. And I'm using Evening Evergreen and Mary Merlot for this card. These are the ones that I'm going to use. And let's see. And I think I kind of want to go up on this leaf a little bit. And then I'm going to bring in that Evening Evergreen. And kind of do that side. So it's going to look a little different than the other one that I've already got on there. But there you go. So isn't that pretty? I love these two colors together. So again, I just wanted to show you how to do that really quick. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be doing a lot of die cutting and embossing because this card kind of has it all for what we're doing tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little technique. Like I said, it's really fun to add color that way, and it just makes it look really pretty. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do, so you think this one needs blended a bit, Brenda? Yeah, I actually didn't want to blend these. So again, that's what's nice is everybody has their own taste on things, on how they like them. I liked it looking that way. And you'll see that when the card goes together, it looks really cute. So it has all of these dies. Now, of course, it has the standalone dies, and we're going to be using these little ones. And then these are very detailed, and you could like stamp this in one color and then do a detailed in another color and put it on top of this one. Look beautiful. But for tonight, we're not doing that. We're just going to cut these out. So what are some other colors that we may try, you know, if this doesn't go too long, if I can get this done really quick. Give me some other color combinations that you guys think would look good together. Oh, no, just the pink one? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the pinks probably, because they're just too, they were a little too close in color. But you could blend them more. Like daub on top of the colors. And that would blend them really good. So now we're just going to run this through and cut these out. But this is a really fun set. I always like the leaf sets. Mango Cajun Craze and Mango Melody. Okay, I was like Mango Cajun. You threw me off there, Brenda. I made Mango Cajun. You mean Mango Melody. So yeah, we'll try one of those in a second. That would be a fun combination. So we're just trying to get this lined up. And then I'm actually going to turn this way because I'm going to bring in some Mary Merlot, and I'm going to cut out one of each of these while I'm doing this one. And actually, let me go ahead and bring in the Evening Evergreen. Let me turn these this way. Because the nice thing about this set is it has like 2 of this one and 2 of this one. I guess you guys can't see that because I don't have it in the screen. So here, sorry. There you go. So I brought those little ones in, which I call the standalone, because you're not cutting out something that you've stamped. So we're gonna cut those out. I've got to cut one more of a green one, but let me get all of these off first. And then we can get that done. And this is Very Vanilla that I'm using instead of Whisper White. And you'll notice it's kind of $1. Anytime you're stamping on Very Vanilla compared to Whisper White, obviously it's not going to be as a stark contrast as the white, Whisper White. So let me just get all these off, and then I just need one more of this green one. And then we'll be pretty close to doing the card. All right. And then I just need this right there. All right. So we're going to cut one more of those. And grab that off of there. All right, I can move this out of our way. Whoop, no I can't, because I'm gonna emboss. So while I've got it here, we're gonna go ahead and do the embossing. And it is a 3D embosser. So I've got a piece of soft suede, and I am going to be using, I am in love with this. It's called the Time Worn Type 3D embossing folder, and I just love it. Where is everyone tonight? I don't know. I know a couple people have family in town, and I think because I was gone a couple of weeks, everybody didn't realize that I'm back, and I'm back doing it again, but it's all right. It'll just be us tonight. So that's what it looks like. It's got, I don't know if you guys can see the words, but it has like little words, and then it has this other dimension to it. And I really like this embossing folder. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites. And then what I'm going to do with this is, I know everybody doesn't have these, but I think Stampin' Up used to sell them, but I think Tim Holt still sells them, but it just roughs up the edges. And if you don't have one of these, you could also just very carefully like tear the edge of your paper, just so it gives it that weathered look. But this is just a tool that I've had for forever. And like I said, there's so many companies that come out with them. Yeah, isn't that embossing folder? It's so pretty. I just love it. I love one that has like, it's kind of like a typed word, but it's just so pretty. And then when you rough up these edges like this, it just makes it look even more time worn. So I thought that would be fun. All right, so again, I'm just roughing up the edges. This has like little razor blades in there. And like I said, if you don't have one of these, you could just like barely tear the edges. And see what a mess that makes? And get the same effect from this. Alrighty. So I think, oh shoot, I do have one more thing to cut out. I thought I was done. I was wrong. So I'm going to bring in this little piece here. It's just a little piece of Very Vanilla. And I chose the In Your Words stamp set, and this is a celebration for host only. So if you host a party and it's at least $150, then you get this stamp set for free. So, oh, I already have it on blocks, and so I just thought I would use that one. Another reason to have and remember, I can do online ones too, so you can get together with your friends and we can make some cards, and I can be online, and you can either do it at your house or we can just have everybody at their house. So I'm going to use the happy birthday, and let me clean that really quick. I like to clean my stamps right away because I don't want them to get stained. I mean, they're going to get a little bit stained over time, but I try to keep them as clean as I can. And then I'm also going to use the Stitch So Sweetly dies for the label. So let me bring all of that back in. Just when you think you're done. All right, so this is going to come back in. So I'm basically just kind of, if anyone's coming in a little bit late, I'm just getting all the pieces cut and stamped, and then we're going to put the card together. And this is one of those Stitch So Sweetly. This is another one of my, I really like these for labels. They're just pretty. I just like them. So, anyone else have any color combinations you want to try in just a little bit? As soon as I get this card done, we can try a couple more color combinations and see what that does. But yeah, see how it does the scalloped edge and the stitching? That's why I like this set. So, yeah. That's why I like the Stitch So Sweetly dies, because they just make things pretty. All right, I'm trying to get things out of my way. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are actually going to bring in a piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm just going to mount this on to the Very Vanilla piece. And I do pay attention because you can see words like day, are, and I don't know if I don't know if I can get it close enough. There you go. You can see it. Yeah. So I am going to make sure that I am paying attention to what direction that is, so that I don't have those words upside down. So that's something to always keep in mind when you're working with, whether it's a stamp set or an embossing folder, that you're paying attention to if it's directional or not. So if you have, sometimes you don't have to worry about what direction you put it, but other times you do. So we're just going to lay that on there like so. And then I'm going to kind of start building this card with just this piece here to begin with, because I'm going to be putting some ribbons on here. And I want to make sure... Oh, hey Shanine, you're watching from Albuquerque. So I'm just going to... You may have to go back and watch the beginning to see how to do this two-tone stamping with this sponge daubers, but we will do a couple. If I have time, we might do a couple more. I'm asking everybody for color combinations that they'd like to see me try and see how it looks. I don't really need that many, but I kind of did it awkward, so I'm just using my Take a Pick tool to pull those off and then pull those top papers off. Sometimes if you get too many on there, it doesn't want to grab the next one. Alrighty, so welcome. Okay, so this one's just going to kind of go up here. Then I'm going to bring in my other big one that I did. And again, we're just going to add dimensionals on the back of this one. Oh, left the dimensional that time. yeah, we're just going to put 4 on. I think we really only need 4. I got a little crazy on that first one. That happens. You go dimensional crazy sometimes, huh? All right, and then this one is just basically going to kind of go that direction. Then we're going to bring in one of these small ones. And it really only needs about 2. And this one's going to go, I'm going to say like so. And then do I want to do, trying to decide if I want to do my ribbons now. I think I'm going to do my 2 striped ribbons. So I'm going to, and I am using Stampin' Seal Plus. This has become one of my favorite ones. So I'm going to bring in this really pretty, it's the Diamond Weave. It's new, and it's the Diamond Weave ribbon, and I really like it. It's really pretty. It is a little thick when you tie a bow, and so we just had a class this week where I showed them how to use the linen thread that we have to help tie the bow so it's not quite so thick. And so I'm gonna kind of put that so that it goes under the leaf here and pull it tight. And then, whoops, didn't get it quite even. Like so. And then I'm going to bring in one of my silicone mats, because anytime that you have glue on the back, you can set it on your silicone mats, and it doesn't, you can pull it off of it without it being a problem. But this is the Evening Evergreen ribbon, and it's called an open weave ribbon. Again, very pretty as well. And I'm just going to kind of layer this one where I don't want to obviously completely cover the other ribbon. So I'm just going to go like so that it looks like that. And then I think I am going to, so we're going to do some dry runs here. You guys know what my dry runs are, just so I can see, because I want these 2 kind of here, and then this is going to kind of sit like so. So actually that looks good right there. But I am popping these up. So I'm just going to stick one there, one there. Like I said, I'm not, for some reason I went crazy on that first one, but we really don't need that much. So that one's going to sit like so. Then we're going to pop up this one. See, now I'm doing 3. I'm so inconsistent with my Stampin' Dimensionals. I just go with what I'm feeling at the moment. All right, and then this one is going to, whoops, kind of overlap that one. And then for the happy birthday, I'm going to kind of lay it there. And so I want a dimensional on the back here and kind of right by where that H is on the back. I'm not going to put any on this bottom half because it's laying on the ribbons, and that in itself is keeping it level. And so I'm just going to kind of, yeah, I think it's about like right there. So I'm just going to put 2 here. And then we're going to just lay that like so. And then push down where the dimensionals are. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on the card front, but I have some more things to put on this card front. So let me bring in my card base, which is Evening Evergreen. And I'm just going to continue putting some, and you'll notice I kind of caught that ribbon a little bit, and then I'm going to do kind of one down the middle. And the reason I'm putting a little bit more than I usually do is because I've got a lot of dimension on this. All right, so we're going to lay this down like so. Then I'm going to come in with all these little pieces that I cut out with that die. And you always, you know, anytime there's like a detailed die, you always need to kind of poke out these things. As you can see, I use my take a pick tool. That's what this thing in my hand. I use it. It's kind of become my right hand man here because I use it for so much. I love it. It just it works for, you know, embellishments and for this type of stuff, and obviously picking up the dimensionals, and there's just a lot of uses for this little guy. All right, so let me just finish getting all of these poked out. They cut all the way through. They just didn't, they just are holding on. All right, so let me move that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of pick some places where I think like a leaf would look good, and I'm going to bring in my Tombow glue for this. So no more color combinations? Nobody else can think of any, huh? And we're going to stick that one like so. And then I'm going to take this one. And again, this is the part where, you know, it's what you think looks good. That's what's fun about these little last pieces, is that you can just kind of add them the way that you want to add them. So I'm going to have that one kind of come out like so. And then I'm going to take this one here, and this one's going to come out from behind the happy birthday. And you'll notice I'm not putting on a ton of glue on. I'm not covering the whole thing with glue because you really don't need to, because this Tombow glue holds pretty good. And then we're going to take this green one here, and that one's going to come out from behind that one. And then this other little Mary Merlot one is going to just go like right there. Whoops. And that one moved a little bit because I'm trying. And then I don't, 1, 2, 3, I already have 5, so I always try to do things in odd numbers. And so we're going to leave that there. And I'm going to let that dry just a little bit while we do the inside of the card. And then I have a few finishing touches for the front of the card. So let's do the inside of our card. And, oh, so Shanine, you'll get to see it in just a second. All right. So now, oh goodness. Excuse me, allergies. All right, so I'm going to put this on here because I'm going to be stamping off. And so again, I'm going to bring this back in, and we're going to use our sponge daubers and ink it up. And this time I'm going to do the Mary Merlot on the top with the Evening Evergreen on the bottom. So I'm just inking my dauber up. And doing the Mary Merlot, and then I'm going to come in with the Evening Evergreen. And I am going up into the Mary Merlot a little bit, and you'll see that it does kind of blend those two colors together. And then I'm just going to stamp that off like so, and then that's what it looks like. Oh, I just love this technique. It's so much fun. So much fun. Okay, I can move that now because the rest of it's going to be stamped completely on the page. Oh, I still need those. Whoopsies. Because I'm going to show you how it's got one little stamp set in here that it's got 3 little leaves on it, and we're going to use that in just a second. So I'm going to show you something fun with that. And then for the inside, this is a really fun. It says, "Hope your day is fantabulistic, fabulous and fantastic all in one." So that's a fun happy birthday greeting, huh? fabulistic day. Say that fast 3 times. Okay, so there's that, and I used Evening Evergreen for that. And then it's got this really cute little stamp set in here that has 3 little leaves on it. And so what I want to do is I want to do the Mary Merlot on the 2 outside leaves. And I'm not even re-inking these at this point because these leaves are so tiny. I've got enough ink on my dauber already. And then I'm going to do the Evening Evergreen in the middle. And then I'm just going to take that and stamp it like so. So it looks like that. Isn't that cute? So yeah, it's just, it's, you know, we just don't, you know, think a lot of times when you look at stamp sets that you can just use your daubers, add ink to them, and do this like 2-tone thing. I just think it's so fun. I learned this technique a long time ago and I haven't used it in forever. But when I saw this set, I'm like, oh. So some of you have probably already seen this that have been stamping for a while. But hopefully it's new for some of you. And then we're just going to lay that down on the inside like so. And then the last thing that I'm going to do on this, let me close up my ink so I don't put my elbow in them. Because as you all know, if you leave ink out, probably. Okay, so I am going to bring in the Genial Gems. And we're just going to stick some of these gems. And now I'll be using the putty side of my, maybe if it's not out of putty, it may be out of putty. Because I'm kind of down to the bottom. I can use my other edge. So I'm just going to open that up like so. And I'm going to take one of these and stick it right there by the happy birthday. And then I'm going to grab a bigger one and stick it up there. And then we'll do a couple small ones there and there. And then another small one up here. I'm trying to do like triangles. So see, I have a triangle here, and then I'm going to have kind of a weird triangle, but a triangle nonetheless down here. So you want to do them in like odds. And even though I did 6 here, I did 3 here and 3 here in that triangle. So see? What do you guys think? Right? Pretty quick card, really. And then there's the inside. So I hope you guys like the card. This is just such a fun stamp set. Okay, so now let me go back. Okay, so it was Mango Melody, Cajun Craze, and let me see if I can scroll back through and find, and Pumpkin Pie. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my little tester here, and we'll use it with this bigger stamp. Okay, so we want Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, and Mango Melody. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the card. Let's find Mango Melody. Okay, let's do these 3. I gotta pull the Mango Melody dauber. That's the only dauber I don't have out. Let's see, that looks like it. Okay, so let's see about this combo. See how it looks. And like I said, this is just a really fun technique to use to get more color. And not just more color, but making the color, making this all like really easy to do as well. Okay. Oh, my Mango Melody may not have a lot of ink in it. Let's hope so. All right, so, oh yeah, it's got ink. Okay, so there's the Mango Melody. And then we'll go into pumpkin pie. Oops, I didn't leave a lot of room for the Cajun craze, but we'll get it in there. All right, is everyone ready to see this? Mary Merlot and crumb cake. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Ooh, very pretty. Look at that one. Very pretty. I like that one. What do you guys think of that one? And then Mary Merlot and crumb cake. Okay, that'll be the last one that we do, so I don't keep you guys too long. And again, I just want to remind everybody, it is celebration, so you are getting free stuff for every order over $50. For those of you that have been with Stampin' Up! For a long time, and you're a little confused by that announcement, Stampin' Up! Has, for this year, they separated the celebration. They broke it down into two different times. And so we had our normal celebration season, and now we're in celebration season again, which is, yeah, good for all of us. Okay, sorry, I gotta find my crumb cake. I always have a hard time finding it because it's, I'm always expecting it to be a lighter color, and it's usually one of the darker ones when I'm looking at it. Actually, maybe I'm not. Surely I have a crumb cake here. Well, we're going to use this one. Okay. All right, so we're going to do crumb cake. And let's do it kind of in this corner. And then we're going to do Mary Merlot. Ooh, I can't wait to see this one. This is going to be exciting. All right, Mary Merlot. See how this looks. Ooh, I like it. Look at that one. Isn't that pretty? Guys, do you see how you could sit all day long and just do so many different color combinations with this little technique? It is just, it's such a blast to play with it and just see, you know, how the colors all come out. I'm really just loving this. Like I said, I had totally forgotten about it, but when I saw this stamp set, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that technique just kind of came back to my head. So tons of fun. Great stamp set to work with it, but this is the card we did tonight, and it was using obviously a lot of different things, but we used for sure this bundle here, and then of course In Your Words, and then the Time Worn embossing folder, and this the Stitch So Sweetly dies. So there was a lot that went into this. But I hope you enjoyed this card tonight. I had so much fun doing it and creating it. Like you can see, you could play all day long with this sponge dauber technique and your stamps. And it's just a blast. Just a blast. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here tonight. Always good to have you on, even though I can't see you or actually talk to you, but I do appreciate all the comments, and I hope you had fun with me tonight, and I hope you go try doing some sponge daubing with some different colors with some of the stamp sets that you have at your house. And if you do that, send me a picture so I can post it on my group page, and I will send you something fun in the mail if you do that. So I want to see you guys having fun and playing with the stuff that you have. So if anybody takes pictures and sends it to me, then I'll send you something fun for participating and playing along. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight, and I will see everybody next Tuesday. Don't forget, celebration is going on. For every $50 you spend, you get a free product. So thanks so much for your time, and everybody have a good night. Bye.